Welcome to the Apex, everyone. I'm your host, Zell, and today we've got not as much news as normal, but that's partially because everyone's on the way to Blade Show. So, let's talk about what we do have, and we do have a very important and somewhat solemn note to start with. There's two articles over on KnifeNews about Derrick of KnivesShipFree. Derrick passed away last Tuesday of a sudden brain aneurysm, and it's a pretty big loss to the community. However, the article I have linked lets you know that the KnivesShipFree team is still going through with Derrick's vision and moving KnivesShipFree to Chattanooga, Tennessee, if I remember exactly where, and that is a testament to the man and to the people that were around him. They say that the customer service, the dedication to excellence, and all those things that KnivesShipFree has stood for will remain and will continue. And we're all going to miss Derrick, but it's just really, really awesome to see the employees and his wife and everyone continuing to bring KnivesShipFree to us and continuing it in Derrick's vision. Alright, enough solemn news. Let's move along and talk about our blog and print news. From the cutting edge, we have Louisiana Switchblade ban repealed. Please, if you are in Louisiana, go read that article, or you plan on being in Louisiana, any of those things, because you need to read the article and make sure about dates and other things, and you probably need to go and read the bill as well. I'm not sure the Cutting Edge has a link to the bill. I believe they did. And then from KnifeNews, we have Isham with his new solo project. We've already talked about it a little bit, the Black Star. It's a little flippy. That's what Elijah calls it, and that's kind of hard for me to get out of the mouth that's still a little messed up with that Bell's palsy. Woo! Got it, though. But KnifeNews has a more extensive article over there. We went over it short and quick. They've got a more embellished and a little more thorough article. And then also from the Apex News and also from the Zelrick YouTube channel and the Stazza 23 YouTube channel, we have Bestech showing off a modern slip joint. And if you guys haven't seen this thing, in fact, it's not here anymore, or I would show it to you and give you the noises from it. But it is a cool, modern slip joint. It's the Kaiser zip slip with a better grind, and I don't know. I'm not a slip joint guy. You all know that, but that is one that I would stick in my pocket and use. And if you are interested in that knife, just like it says in the article, and just like it says in my video and Staz's video, get over to Instagram and let Bestech know. They are trying to figure out how to do production for this knife, and if enough of you don't let them know that you want it, it may be in very, very short supply when it does come to production. And moving on to video from the BirdShot IV channel, we have the Spyderco Slysz Knives. Let's compare and discuss. And Kevin Cleary, he brings us a Zero Tolerance 0462 first impression and some other new ZT models. And he also has a comparison that I had intended on doing, and Kevin beat me to it, and that's alright. We've got the ZT 0393 versus a Reate Torrent. And that Torrent is a knife that needs to be compared to several knives. I don't know about this new Torrent with the new blade steel they put in it, but the older new Torrent, yeah, it's getting confusing, with the M390 compares very favorably to a lot of ZT knives and a lot of Hinderer knives. So look for some of those in the future. And Blade Centered brings us the Bestech Knives Beluga, and I've got the, what is this thing? Thorn. Yeah, it's the Thorn. It's the sister to the Beluga. And we're going to be doing some work and testing with this as I get time to kind of see what the deal is with 12C27 and 14C28 in. They seem to get a bad rap. However, I've not used a lot of 12C27, but I really, really like for those middle low grades, upper low grade steels or lower middle, I really like 14C28N because it's reasonably easy to sharpen, takes a fine edge, and all those good things, and we'll talk more about that in the video in the future. And Slicey Dicey brings us the Spyderco Paramilitary 2 in S110V. Says it's a long-term review and asks, is it the best value for the PM2? I would say if you have the ability to sharpen or are willing to pay once it does get dull, the S110V, there's a very good chance that as general production paramilitary 2s go, it may very well be the best deal on a PM2 out there. Now, if you got a hold of one of the sprint runs, you know how that's different, but there you go. And he's also bringing us 10 lightweight EDC knives for summer carry. And, you know, there's a lot of you that carry really lightweight knives all the time, but man, summer carry, it's kind of a big deal. And I'm not a huge lightweight knife guy, but I do have some, like my Mannix 2 lightweight in S110V. We just talked about that steel a little bit. And it's definitely one to stick in a pocket on a pair of gym shorts or whatever you've got. And then he also has the Tuyaknife Thorax review, and that is a cool little knife. It's not terribly little. Yeah, you know what I mean. And then Dr. Frunkey brings us the Vitesse Designs Morpheus Knife Consult. And once again, I have looked in several places, and I've got several different pronunciations, and I've even asked, and I still get several different pronunciations, so I just tried it on my own. If you guys don't like that and you want to call me names, have at it. I find it hilarious. And next up, if I have one of you that calls me names too many times, we're going to bring you on in a Skype call, and I'm going to give you a list of stuff to pronounce cold. All right? Sounds great. Now let's move on. Dr. Frunkey also has the VDK GOAT. And we're going to stop right here for a minute before we finish up in video. And I want to talk about Blade Show. My goodness, do we have a lot of stuff going down with Blade Show this year. Many companies are showing new stuff for Blade Show. There's some new stuff going on with Bestech. There's a lot of new stuff going on with Elijah Isham has a lot of new designs that are going to be introduced at Blade Show. It's just, you know, and that's not all. I'm really expecting to see something from ZT, expecting to see maybe something from Kershaw. I haven't heard a lot of rumblings anywhere else, but I'm guessing that there's gonna be a lot of new stuff, and it's adding up to be a lot more exciting Blade Show than last year. Not that last year wasn't great, but we're gonna try to bring as much of it to you as we can. Here's how you're gonna see it. The Apex News Instagram. Don't miss it. Get over there. Follow that account, because between myself and Stazza23, that is going to be the easiest way to get a hold of you guys, and the place where most of the stuff will go up, and then it'll be reposted back to our accounts or whatever. But the Apex News Instagram will be the first place that I'll be posting stuff. Other than that, there's not going to be a lot right here on YouTube, because, guys, it just runs hard and fast. Unless Stazza gets out there and does what he does last year, and he's trying to do that as best he can. So be watching this Stazza23 YouTube channel for all of your YouTube needs for Blade Show. At Stazza23, the Apex News Instagram. And if you do not have a smartphone that has Instagram on it, you can go to Instagram.com. And if you're using a regular computer, I think you can sign up. In fact, I'm pretty sure you can sign up there. And if you're using an iPad, you can just grab the Instagram app, or, you know, any of the tablets. But that Instagram account is going to be where the majority of the stuff is, because we can all post to it and get it out there for you guys. And where was I? Well, I was right there at Stazza 23. That's what reminded me of all that, so we had to stop. So from Stazza 23, we get our dose of knife therapy through the Bestech Hornet. It's a new one from Bestech. It's a cleaver, and I've got a review of that guy coming up. And whenever I recorded the review, I wanted to rip this, and I wanted to rip that. But the bottom line on that cleaver is, for you cleaver fans, it is a super cool, reasonably priced cleaver. And just, I'm saying I'm not that guy a lot here, but I'm not the cleaver guy. But man, that little Bestech cleaver makes me almost want to be. Because it would be so useful in the shop and so useful around the house. Just really cool. And Staz has also got a disassembly video of the Bestech Pterodactyl. Whenever I do the video on it, I did not do a teardown on that one. Why? Because Stazza 23's got you covered. And also, I need to get the knife moved through really quick. And Shortcut Reviews has the Spyderco Manix 2 Lightweight. And we've talked about that one many times here, even earlier in this video and podcast. And it is a cool knife. Love that thing in the S110V. And he also has episode 1 of Making the Cut, Spyderco Sage 5 versus the Para 3. Should be some cool videos there. And Nasty Renegade brings us a good knife with an issue, the Kaiser Vanguard Velox 2. And EDC Gear Reviews brings us a giant mouse, Ace Biblio, unboxing and first impressions. That is a knife I'm going to be looking at Blade Show. If I come back with one, we'll have a review on it here. And old Nick Shabazz brings us the Kaiser Knives Matanzas. That's another one, guys. Rip me in the comments. Go for it. Anyhow, it's a cool looking knife, and Nick's got you covered on a full review. And he also has the Kaiser Critical, and that is not, I made a mistake in my notes. We have Knife Collector 031 with the first impressions of that Bestech Pterodactyl. And then right here on this YouTube channel, on the Zelrick YouTube channel, we have the Wee Knives Vaquita first look. Super, super cool knife. I'd show it to you, and I don't guess there's any sounds but holster sounds for you guys on the podcast end, but it is a super cool little fixed blade that, wow, it's a little kookery. Just need to go look. It's neat. And the Wee Knife Company and Isham Blade Works Zeta, I finally got that review out. And the Tuya Argon. We have the What's Inside and the full review of the Argon this week. And we also did a full review of the TRM, that's Three Rivers Manufacturing Viator. For you slip joint guys, that sure is a cool one. And we also had a look at the Bestech slip joint prototype. Whoa, guys, I am so sorry for all of the, all the rough this week. Well, that's what we're going to call it, because look, guys, I've got stuff stacked over here. I've got stuff stacked over there. I've got to go get everything in the truck. And once everything's in the truck, I've got to go get in that truck, and I've got to drive that truck to Atlanta for Blade Show. So this is a once through. I don't get a chance to go back and redo it because I've got to run it across the room here and render it and post it for you guys. And I appreciate everyone watching. If you find me at Blade Show, I will have these. Be sure to pick one up. Hit me up for one. I should have some in my pocket or my pack. And we're going to do some sort of cool giveaway with the stickers, or having to do with the stickers, where you're going to need one. So you want to be sure and grab one from me if you see me. And for those of you that don't know about Blade Show, I think I talked about this last week. A portion of the time I'm at Blade, and probably the easiest place to find me will be the Wee Knife Company booth. They're sponsoring me this year, so I'll be spending time there, of course. And if you're looking for Stazza 23, he's going to be everywhere. But if you find him, you will find him over at the Bestech booth because they're sponsoring him as well this year. And you guys have a wonderful day. I hope to see each and every one of you at Blade Show. Please come up and say hi, and we'll have a talk or whatever. And I will see you next time.